For 150 years, there's been this surprisingly rigid rule for economic growth. But now, AI is moving at this insane pace, and it makes you ask, is that rule about to just shatter?
To really get what's going on, you've got to zoom way, way out. I mean, think about it. For almost all of human history, as this quote shows, pretty much nothing happened economically. Life was, well, it was the same, generation after generation. And then, bam, a couple hundred years ago, the engine of growth just roars to life, and it hasn't stopped.
But here's the really weird part, the central mystery. For the last century and a half, at least in a big economy like the US, that engine has been humming along at this weirdly consistent speed. We're talking about 2% per year, per person, once you adjust for inflation. Not 10%, not 0, just 2%. Why?
Right, so that brings us to what's really a 150-year-old puzzle. I mean, just think about the revolutions we've seen. Electricity, cars, the internet. Each of these completely changed the world, right? But none of them actually broke this long-term growth pattern. They just kept that 2% engine chugging along. It's like this iron law of modern economics.
So that sets up the big trillion-dollar question for us right now. Is artificial intelligence finally going to be the thing that's different? Is this the one that breaks that 150-year-old rule, or is it just the next big thing that keeps us cruising at 2%?
Okay, to even start to answer that, we have to look at how AI is actually progressing. And there's this fascinating clue buried in the data that suggests AI might be a totally different beast. Let's talk about the AI doubling time.
You know, your standard benchmarks, like giving an AI a high school exam, they don't really tell the whole story. So researchers over at a group called Metra came up with a new way to measure this stuff, specifically looking at how well AI can handle really complex, long-form tasks.
And they call this idea the time horizon. Now, this isn't about how fast an AI is. It's about the complexity of the task it can handle. And they measure that complexity by how long would it take a skilled human to do the same thing. So can it do a 5-minute task, a 30-minute one, or maybe even an 8-hour full workday kind of task?
And here's where it gets absolutely wild. When they plotted the time horizon of the top AI models against when they were released, they found this incredible pattern. Now, look, the vertical axis on the graph in their paper is logarithmic. That's super important. It means every step up isn't just adding a little bit, it's multiplying the capability. So what you're seeing isn't a straight line of progress, it's an explosion, it's exponential.
Okay, so with that kind of exponential growth, you could actually calculate something called a doubling time. Basically, how long does